Dear students, I hope you all are well and studying in your home properly and give importance to biology subject also as compared to chemistry. So in biology, we just started the third chapter and completed many topics of that. And osmosis, till osmosis, we have completed now, and I hope you will understand all the topics. Today we will talk about turgidity and flaccidity. It means when a plant cell is kept in water or hypotonic solution. It absorbs water due to end osmosis. You can see here hypotonic solution because inside the material or inside the level of water is much reduced in the cell, okay, of plant. That's why it absorbs water, and this process is called endosmosis. Whenever you read each and terms equally, that will be understand. It finally attains such a state that it cannot accommodate more water. It is cannot accommodate more water. It is fully distended. So whenever terms comes distended, it means water will be sufficient water will be present in any plant cell, so no more water can be absorbed by the plant. This state of equilibrium when no more water can enter into the cell is called turgidity. So this state is called turgidity, and the cell is said to be turgid, that is fully charged with the water. In this condition, wall of the cell is stressed under pressure from inside, and in its turn it presses the cell contents toward the central of the cell. Okay, it is a simple term because when the cell is full of water inside the cell, it will create a pressure to the center of the cell. The pressure exerted by the cell contents against the cell wall. Okay, read this line carefully. The pressure exerted by the cell against the cell wall in turgid condition is called turgor pressure, and in the inward pressure exerted by the cell wall against the cell contents under full turgid condition is called wall pressure. So, the pressure exerted by the cell wall against the cell contents is called exerted by the cell is called fully turgid condition, and when the contents are exert pressure to fully turgid cell, it called wall pressure. Turgid pressure and wall pressure normally counterbalance, okay, each other, and a state of equilibrium is maintained. Because suppose this is a cell and inside it some material over there and water also is there, so some pressure is exerted by walls of this cell. Okay, this is wall pressure, and when it's condition of turgid, it also gives some pressure to outward, so that's why it will be remain in a constant state. So now you can put a question that why marine fishes burst out when there is a equilibrium state occur. But when you see the now line, if at any time the cell wall is unable to bear the turgid pressure, it ruptures and cell contents burst out. Okay, when this wall is not capable of to overcome or counteract this pressure, it will suddenly burst out. Okay, this is what happens when fruits and vegetables sometimes get burst. You can see examples of fruits and vegetables also. So whenever you read, these are the main terms of your book whenever given these in these brackets: flaccid and flaccidity. What is flaccidity? A condition opposite to turgid in which a cell is not fully charged with water and the cell contents is shrunken is called flaccidity. Okay, it means cell is flaccid. Okay, when water content is not up to mark of any cell, it is, you can see like that. It's a small cell which is shrunken, you can say like shrunken cell. When it bear full water, it can be like that. Now there are some significance of turgidity. You can read from your book also that movement of water from cell. Okay, and maintenance of proper shape, it is easy. Turgidity provides rigidity, okay, makes cell rigid, okay. Movement in plant cells also. And today we will go to the movement in plant cell, because there are 2-3 lines whatever given importance, it all easy and you can understand easily. So now one questions always said by the students, that opening and closing of stomata, how they perform. So we will read a little bit about this. Several plant movements are performed due to reversible turgor pressure changes of the cell, such as stomatal movements. First is stomatal movement. Opening and closing of stomata are controlled by the turgidity in guard cells. You can see in figure also, these cells are known as guard cells side by side. Okay, these are guard cells. So these play a great role in the opening and closing of stomata. When the guard cells are fully turgid, they become more arched outward and the aperture between them opens wide. Okay, you can see when they have fully turgid, they will be open. You can see a space is occur in there. When the guard cells are fully turgid, they become more arched outgrowth and the aperture between them opens wide. At night or when there is shortage of water in the leaf, the guard cell turn flaccid. You can see there is flaccidity come. They become flaccid when the shortage of water occur. Walls collapse and the stomatal opening is closed. They are hence often called turgor operated valves. So that's why they also known as turgor operated valves. In photosynthesis, you also read about that closing and opening of stomata. It is like that when starch is filled in their cells and they become turgid, and that's why they open. And in night time, no photosynthesis occur. That's why they will be shrunken and cell become flaccid, and that's why stomata close. And next is dropping of leaves. It is the example of Mimosa pudica. Okay, touch me not plant called. So whenever you touch this plant, it will be dropping its leaves. Okay, you can see in your figure also, and sometime you can do this activity in your home also. So when we see this, why this happen? Because the turgor pressure is dropped down when we touch that plant. That's why it is always show that type of character. Movements in the leaves of insectivorous plant, okay, you already know that. And bending movements of certain flowers towards the sun, as you see in oxalis, and main example of that is sunflower. Okay, and did you know some plants show wilting of their leaves during midday, even when the soil is well watered? Because during midday, the rate of transpiration is higher than the rate of absorption of water by roots. Okay, you can see wilting of their leaves. If you see such examples, you can say to me also. Okay, and transplanting of seedling to a flower bed in the evening is better than doing so in the morning, because in the evening temperature goes down, there is less sunlight, rate of transpiration fall, less water is lost by seedling, and during night roots get turgid and push into the soil. That's why it is always good to give water in the transplanting seedlings in evening time. Okay, next topic is root pressure. Root pressure is just a pressure that developed in the roots due to inward movement of water. Okay, suppose this is a root and water goes inside it, that and it feels some pressure, that is known as root pressure. Okay, and what is the benefit of that? It helps in pushing the sap of plant upwards. Okay, that's why water will be goes to upside. You can see in the early mornings in certain plants such as tomato, banana, and some grasses also, you can see some water on that because it's due to the excessive root pressure. This loss of excessive water is called guttation. Okay, you already give the answers of some questions. And loss of water through cut the insert state or bleeding is also due to root pressure. So bleeding also due to root pressure. Next topic is plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. Shrinkage of the cytoplasm of a plant cell from its cell wall under the influence of hypertonic solution is called plasmolysis. Whenever a cell is placed into a hypertonic solution, it loses its water or cell contents is called plasmolysis. The cell in the this state is said to be limp or flaccid. Okay, this condition is called flaccidity. It's same like plasmolysis, also a condition like flaccidity. Okay, it is the reverse of turgidity. So you can see in this figure also that changes in the plant cell when kept in hypertonic solution. You can see this is a hypertonic solution and this is cell, and it will be shrunken. Okay, it continuously start shrinking and its material will be cell material will be lost. Okay, that's why it always said that when milk or etc not given in plants. Okay, mistakenly sometimes people just whatever they have like tea or some coffee is just left behind, they easily put some drops into the plants. It was dangerous for the plant. And deplasmolysis is what? When a plasmolyte cell is kept in distilled water or hypertonic solution. Before the cell is dead, water diffuses into the cell because of endosmosis, and the cytoplasm again gets inflated and exerts pressure against the cell wall. The central vacuole again reappears. Okay, this phenomenon is called deplasmolysis. When you're going to read this, it was all easy things. Okay, and the significance of one important is that high concentration of sugar in jams, jellies, drinks, etc protects them from decay by bacteria and fungi due to plasmolysis. Hypertonic nature of such food plasmolyzes the cell of bacteria and fungi. That's why fungus and bacteria are not grow upon their jams and jellies. Okay, that's why sugar also used as a preservative in from past years. Okay, like sugar, we use oil and uh, salt. Okay, NaCl, these all are the example of some preservatives, natural preservatives, which are used for many years by human beings. So in next example is like that of the salt, high concentration of salt, and similarly meat, fish, vegetables are dried and salted. So these are very easy examples. You can read one time and it will be easy for you. Next, it's passive transport or active transport. Passive transport is a natural movement. When we read about the osmosis or diffusion, it is the same like when there is no energy is needed, but when needed energy is called active transport for the movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. It's just one difference, because when we goes from low concentration to higher concentration, we already require energy, or cell require energy. Okay, or molecule in terms of molecule if you say, so it will need energy, it called active transport. Okay, whenever active transport, you can say in simple words, that is opposite of diffusion or osmosis, in which higher molecules are transferred from lower concentration to higher concentration. So I hope you will be understand till that topic. If you have any confusion, you can ask me anytime and start making question and answer, and make notes also, proper notes also, whatever main topics are covered. Okay, so meet you in the next classes. Thank you.